And now, Freelance Heroism presents Dragon Heist.
Hey everybody, welcome to Freelance Heroism. My name is Dees.
And I'm Rachel.
Before we even get started, let's just say thank you, patrons.
Yes.
Thank you so fucking much.
Absolutely.
For all of your support. You help us make a better show for everyone out there.
Mm-hmm.
But in particular, those at the producer tier. Rachel, would you like to let us know who they are?
I would love to. We want to say thank you to Duncan, Nate, Breakmeister, Rebecca, Orient_Tiger, and Chris Sones. Thank you so much, you guys.
Thank you. You really help us make a better show for everyone. We really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what we'd do without you.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Rachel.
Uh-huh.
We were just talking a little bit about artistic tunnel vision.
Oh, that's a good way to phrase it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've experienced it for years. So when you said it, I was like, yeah, I know that.
You're very familiar with it.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you mine, and then
Okay.
you can tell me your most recent.
Sure.
Okay. I do comics all the time, and I'm staring at them for really long periods of time, sometimes like 10, 12 hours in a row. And it's really easy to think, I'm killing it right now. I'm doing such a good job. Or, boy, this looks like shit, right? But your frame of reference is distorted, right?
Yeah.
By, what you're working on for such a long period of time that it's like snow blindness. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell up from down. You don't know what. You're so focused on the little minutia of it that you never get to have a full scope, a frame of reference. So like for me, the way it works is if I'm drawing a comic and I want to evoke a particular scene or emotion or something like that, I already know what that is, right? There's a confirmation bias in me knowing the joke already and then drawing the joke and being like, yeah, that makes perfect sense, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know that if a person who doesn't know the joke would read it, if they'd get there the same way.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you've been working on something for so long that you have to show it to someone else and gauge their reaction. And I use a bunch of people for that. I use you for that almost every week. Like, how's this look? Right?
Yeah.
So tell me about your most recent foray into.
My most recent. It won't be the last, I'm sure.
Absolutely not. It will not.
So, as I've mentioned before in these intros, I paint minis. And basically I have a friend who her birthday's coming up. She had like sort of a unicorn theme going on, and I just so happened to have a unicorn mini that I hadn't painted yet. So I decided, rather than buying her something, I wanted to paint her something because I thought, that would be a cool kind of.
It's unique, yeah.
thing. Yeah. So I had this idea of this sort of like golden unicorn with a gold mane, and it's standing on like this big chunk of ice. So there's like this gold and blue kind of clash going on. I thought that would be a cool color combination.
Yeah.
And so how I did the fur of the unicorn, not the mane or like the long parts around the hooves or the tail, but the rest of it, is this sort of light gold, and then I highlighted it to like a really extreme white. And there's this sort of transition, and it's sort of a pretty quick transition, but you can't really see the brush strokes of it going from just like pale gold to paler gold to really pale to like white. And so it looks really, really shiny without me using like a metallic or anything to give it like a glossy coat.
Right.
And I finished that part of it this morning, and then I looked at it and I was like, does this look cool or does this look stupid?
Yeah, I know that vibe.
And I looked at it for a long time and I couldn't tell, because I'm like, this looks cool because he's like, a unicorn is a magical creature. So he's got like this ultra shiny, glossy, kind of silky kind of coat. And I think you can tell that. But then at the same time, I'm like, am I just trying to hype myself up because I know how hard I worked to try to get this effect, and I don't want to admit that it looks stupid and I need to redo it before this birthday.
Yeah, a good way to describe for anyone who's never experienced this, and I can imagine that you're like, just look at it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at it, and does it look okay? Imagine like a puzzle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you see the letter, I don't know, the letter I written 9,000 times across the page in really close, tight knit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Orientation.
Yeah.
Like it's the letter I, like a capital I, 1 billion times, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then put the number 1 in there.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have to look at it and try to find the 1. That's what I'm talking about here. This is what it feels like. It's like, I know it's in here, and you're like carefully going over every little thing, and you're just like, your brain becomes desensitized. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you don't see the flaws, you don't see the positives. It is what it is. You've been so tightly focused on it for so long that now having any objectivity is toast.
Yeah, I just like
that's why you need fresh eyes. You need to show it to someone else and be like, am I stupid?
Yeah, I said I sent it when it was almost done. I sent a picture of it to David this morning, or DM, right. And I was like, does this look stupid? And he was like, no, that looks great. I love that effect. And I was like, does it though, or does it look stupid?
Right.
I was like, don't be nice to me. Tell me if
I need objectivity. Yeah.
Don't be my friend. Tell me if it's stupid.
No, I know that. But I mean, there's no one that's going to be honest with you. That's why you have to choose those people very carefully, right?
Yeah.
Someone who's going to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
About this. It's complicated. It's a complicated thing that I'd imagine not a whole lot of people have to deal with.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard. Like,
I sent you a comic one time and you told me it was super nice, and I was looking at it and I just had like a come to reality moment, and I was like, this is so bad. I've spent 12-15 hours on this piece of shit, and you're just gonna tell me it's good, and I'm gonna post this and everyone's gonna be like, what the fuck is that? Terrible. Oh my god, I kind of had that feeling this week.
Really?
Yeah, this comic that I posted up, I was real proud of it until like, I don't know, an hour before I went up.
Oh no, I liked it.
Yeah,
I really felt for it. It was that PS5.
I hate when I get that vibe. I still hate it now. I still don't like this comic.
Oh no.
And but the thing is, everyone else liked it. It did good.
Mm.
But that just makes it worse. Now I can't trust other people's opinions.
Maybe you can't trust your opinion.
No. Well, I have to. I've got sort of stuck with it at this point. But I've like done comics like that where I hate them. I hate the comic, right? And I post it up. And like, it does so good. And I'm like, fucking assholes. Like, I'm almost mad at them. And then there are times when I'll post something, I'm like, this is the best thing I've ever drawn in my life. And it's like, fucking get 6 likes and a share. I'm like,
oh no.
Fucking asshole. You guys don't know. You wouldn't know good art if it slapped you in the head. Fuckers. I mean, this is welcome to stage 1. Art pain.
When do I get to leave this stage?
You don't.
No.
You get to keep the stage forever, and then you get some more. You get some other weird ones. Yeah. It's a permanent thing.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a tumor, but it has a mouth that screams at you in the middle of the night.
Oh no.
It's just in your head going, ah! Yeah. That sucks.
This does suck. Yeah.
People always say when you're growing up, they're like, you should do something with that. You seem artistically talented. You should do something with that. And I'm like, well, what should I do with it? Now as an adult, I'm capable of asking that question. Mm-hmm. What should I do with it? I'm waiting. I'm still waiting for an answer for that. They're like, you should do something with that. What should I do with it? I don't know, movies or something. And then they just leave. You ever think about drawing a cartoon? I'm like, oh, you mean that thing that takes 50 people 10 years? Yeah, I'll do that myself. Wait till you can't tell the difference between these two particular colors, but you know they're different, but you can't explain to a person how.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I used to knit a lot, and I would get people sometimes who'd be like, "Oh, you should sell those." And I'm like, the yarn itself, like good yarn itself, costs, like $50.
Yeah.
And then the number of hours that I put in, like that, this would be like a $200 sweater.
Right.
Like, who's gonna buy a $200 sweater?
Yeah, I mean, I saw a post from, I think it was 8 years ago on Facebook the other day, and it was me screaming on a Facebook post going, "I've done the math. I don't know how this works. I don't know how this works." Right? Trying to figure out how I would make profit off of drawing something, because I think I was getting like $30 a piece.
Oh.
It was bad. I was getting like 13 cents an hour or something like that. It was. Oh man, let me tell you. You know what? Maybe it's a good idea to just be mean to your kids. Don't let them get into art. Don't let them.
All right. Well, do you want to go to this week's episode?
I think I've depressed myself at this point. I don't know.
Oh. No.
Yeah. What is it called? This episode?
This is Dragon Heist, episode 27, Deadheads.
Oh, okay. Well, that cheers me up a little bit.
Okay. Because is this your favorite episode?
No, it's a mention of the Grateful Dead, so it's definitely not my.
Oh.
Definitely not my favorite episode.
Okay.
I mean, it's okay.
Okay. Well,
I think people like this episode a little too much, and going on tour behind this episode straight up seems stupid. I lived on grilled cheese for 2 months in a van, falling around this episode. Nah, go fuck yourself.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and go to it.
Okay.
Okay.
I was a big fan of the Spin Doctors too. Like, I bet you were.
He bows at Adrian. He gets to walk off in the darkness. The
Bye.
docks. With a wave. Just flipping through his journal. How to kill water genocide.
Once again, creepiest date ever.
Rachel's characters have a penchant for weird dudes.
So tell me how you met. Well, we were at the docks and there was a decapitated body. And then he showed me his killing journal. We've been together ever since.
Till death do us part.
So, but the guy's like, all right, my card's at your disposal. Just say when.
Okay, just out of game.
Yeah.
When we started this game, you sent us a series of rules of things that we shouldn't do in this town.
Yes.
And we have literally done all of them almost in order. Like, we're just consistently tempting fate with the breaking of the law. We're like, hey, we're going to smuggle some dead bodies. We're going to fucking steal from what appears to be a gang. I don't know, bribe fucking orphans.
We've aided and abetted at least like a half dozen criminals.
Yeah.
I'm not aware of this head procurement plan that you have.
No, and you're not going to tell you anything about it. Plausible deniability. Well, when I like the idea of us riding back with just bags all over her. Like, what are these? I'm like, presents. They're presents for orphans.
Oh my god, it's one for me.
Yep.
Which one?
They're so confusing right now. I'll have to wait till I wrap.
I just open them now.
I wouldn't. They would ruin the surprise.
I'll let you choose when we get back to the manor.
And boy, will it be a surprise.
I really want you to wrap your head around this one.
What do you have, 5 bowling balls?
How many heads were there? See, the number that you're imagining, because you just said 5, the number you're imagining and the number I'm imagining are very different. D-Walk, how many heads would they have found if they dredged the bottom of this bay?
Can hypothetically in a perfect dredging.
Well, they did three passes, so maybe not all of them, but the majority.
They're going to pull up 6 heads from that location.
Okay. 6, okay.
Over time.
I had a very different number in my head. The way I was imagining it was like 400 heads. Like, just like the whole back of this thing was just heads. And I was just like, so, you have fun out tonight at the bar? Just like fucking heads. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Like, do you open the door and heads roll out onto the... Oh, hey.
Like empty beer cans out of a pickup truck.
Yeah. Man, you really are from Texas. I can tell.
All right. So, the hour and a half passes, or a couple hours pass because they have to wait to dredge until the guards get done. The guards wrap up, they wrap up the body, no pun intended, wrap up the crime scene, and then they head out with the body in their own wagon. John was still giving the one guy shit for asking where the head was. And they head off. The patrol splits in half. 6 of them still stay in the docks, walking around, but not here. They're continuing their search for evidence or anyone that saw anything, and they keep expanding.
Right.
So from there, Connor and Diedrich begin doing their dredge. Takes them an hour. So you guys are pushing about 2:33. By the time they come back with a net and bags for you guys.
Okie doke.
They bring you 6. They
Presents.
set them down in front of you guys outside the bar.
I'm going to immediately toss them into the carriage so they're not sitting out on the street.
All right. They're like, there you go.
I'm going to reach in, hand them each one of the potions, and I'm like, look, you can take that to an alchemist and get paid more, or you can take it to any outfitter and they'll pay you half of what it's worth. Take it to an alchemist, you'll get more.
All right. They look at each other. Hey, there's
All right.
that tiefling alchemist over off Candle, right? Yep. All right.
I appreciate the discretion.
We weren't here.
I might contact you in the future.
Then we weren't here, but we'll be at the Black.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So then I'll arrange for their round of drinks. I'll try to swing it so that me stopping the bar fight that I instigated was worth the round.
All right. Sounds good. The guy in the wagon looks up after he gets it loaded. All right. Where to, boss?
Trollskull Manor.
Hey, I heard that place is haunted.
Yeah? Did you?
Yeah, I dropped a couple people off there one night. They said they wanted to check out the haunting. It was weird. They even paid me to wait outside. They came running out like 30 minutes, half hour or so later. Faces white as they're dead. Scared shitless of something inside.
Would they say haunts it?
They didn't. They just said shit was moving inside and something threw something at them.
Sounded like a bunch of nonsense to me.
I don't know.
Anyway, that's where we are at. So if you need medical attention, feel free to stop by.
All right. Just put them outside the door for you when I get there?
No, I'll take them in when we get there.
All right. So he begins to head off the wagon that way.
We're riding in the wagon, right? Everyone?
I hope so.
Yeah. I'm not walking back.
So Rachel still doesn't know it. Or sorry,
How's
she
that
doesn't know
smell
what's in
doing
this.
of those heads coming freshly out of the
I feel like
water after all that time?
I feel like I would know what was in the bags. I think it
You
would be
know the
very
smell?
obvious.
You know the smell of dead heads?
I would
Princess
recognize
Kingdom
the smell
got a lot of
rotting-
severed heads,
I was going to
of, like,
say
rotting.
but they're in bags.
Yeah, and they're head shaped.
They're not head. It's not like a small bag that's like wrapped tightly around the face. They're like a burlap sack, and the flesh is all probably melty from being underwater and puffy. It'd be hard to tell.
I think it would be easy to tell.
All right, we'll go ahead and roll an intelligence or medicine check.
They're
A medicine
fish.
check?
Yeah, you have to.
I think it would be
roll-
an intelligence check.
No, I think it's a medicine check.
I don't think you're the DM.
I think I'm a doctor and I know what a head check is. Literally, I do the checkup from the neck up. You know?
I'll take
All right.
either check.
No, unfair.
That would be a 21 on my intelligence check.
Or shit.
Yeah, she figures out there's heads in the backs.
Okay.
How do you react to it?
That would be a constitution check.
Are you sure you don't want to roll an intelligence check for vomit?
I don't think I would vomit. I think Adri would just say something that you guys worked a different angle in that investigation we were doing.
I'm going to pick up one of the bags and hold it up next to her face and be like, we did what we had to do.
I'm asleep. I've passed out.
All right.
I'm gonna look over and be like, alas, poor Yorick. I knew his smell.
Poor Rain's dreaming of octopus.
No, he's not.
I need to investigate these heads to determine the amount of time that they were in there, which helps us space out the amount of killings. Also, it lets me investigate the brain cavity to see if there was anything wiggling around in there, since that's what we learned about brain buggies.
I'm gonna take out a coin and tap it with my tuning fork and use my magical tinkering so that it emits a nice smell to try to counteract the dead head smell.
The deadhead smell is actually a different smell than I think you're thinking. Deadhead smell like grass.
This is the name of my Jerry Garcia cover band.
Yeah.
You guys now have the nice aroma of a... What kind of scent, Adri?
Cinnamon raisin.
Pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice.
Yes, pumpkin spice.
You beat me by a split second. I was like, I could not get it out fast enough.
Right.
So it you can smell it up to 10 feet away.
So you guys now have pumpkin spice and death and soggy, well, not flesh anymore, but just that like nice smell you get from like, you guys ever been near the ocean? That smell that comes off it every now and then. It's not the nice salt breeze. It's the other one, the one that you're like, oh, shit.
The pungent.
The fish
sound.
farts.
Yep.
Yeah.
You get that plus pumpkin spice.
So it's like a
Boy.
Starbucks.
Yeah, it's a
Sounds
Starbucks.
Fantastic in here.
It
Like
smells
like a Seattle farmers market.
It smells like grandma in way too many ways.
Oh, damn you, Grandma Karen. Oh wait, wrong game.
Are we close to the troll skull now?
Oh yes.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up my heads, 3 in each hand, like between fingers, like you're carrying grocery bags,
All right.
and I'm gonna say thank you. I'm gonna hustle inside with my grocery heads.
As you do, you see a small human, kind of young lad sitting on the stairs. It's Victor.
Hey,
His
what's
hair's
up,
It's the
up.
Mike?
middle of the night. What are you doing?
He looks
here?
over at you. Huh, wow. That's all he says at AJ. He looks over. You can notice his hair's a little shorter than it was. He looks over at Kavir. Hey, you paid me too much. And he hands you the money.
What?
No, you pay me too much. I gotta get home though. He sets the bag down for you since your hands are full and heads off.
When did I pay him? Did I pay him in the last game?
No.
Okay.
And you said his hair was a little shorter?
Mm-hmm.
Did he have an evil goatee as well?
No, but he had a monocle
Is he
and a white cat.
how is he walking?
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna look at Kavir and Rain and be like, I'll see you guys later. I don't want him to walk by himself, and I'm gonna go with Victor.
Nothing bad could happen here.
He's Adri's little brother, and he's walking around at 3
I know.
in the
That's
morning.
literally what I'm thinking. Nothing bad can happen here. Let me take my heads inside. That's a weird sentence.
Yeah.
Let me take my heads inside. God damn it.
I'm gonna look to one side at what lies before me, and then one is Adri's walking away. I'm a little conflicted over which one I should pursue here.
All I can say is I did not see you guys taking that many heads home when I was writing my notes out.
We're that damn good. That's
I
why.
know.
I'm going back for more heads.
We're gonna have all the heads, just all the heads.
It's
gonna
gonna
be-
fucking, yeah, it's gonna be weird in here. It's gonna be straight up fucking weird.
Gonna
It's gonna
be?
be a wig shop.
It's gonna be fucking creepy.
Dude, we went from like wardrobes of costumes everywhere to heads and glass jars everywhere.
In all fairness, if you were given Kivir another level or two, there probably would have been some heads and jars as well.
I just like
Yeah,
we're taking the
sure.
Futurama route. I think that's neat.
I just think it's a practical way to keep evidence from going bad.
And you can scare the shit out of people that don't pay their medical bills.
As soon as I get in there, oh, I also had another idea. If the heads are in reasonably decent shape,
They had almost sprayed nozzle on my computer.
then the haunting of the house could jump into one of the heads and make it talk to us.
That is true. If you get a fresh enough one.
Yeah, how do you like that?
So
It's like an intercom system made of heads.
Just wait till all the heads start singing in chorus together.
Oh, you can't- I'm going to tape up all the mouths.
God, now you've reminded me of that scene. You know what movie I'm talking about,
Eight
right?
heads on a duffel
Eight
bag.
heavens a duffel bag.
Yeah.
Oh. Just thank
So
God you don't have
bad.
any dolls in the house.
Yeah. Ooh.
So that's what I'll do. I'll go in. I'll immediately shutter up the windows, light some candles, and pull up one of my workshop tables and some of my tools and get started.
All right, 10-4.
I'll take off my greaves. Like, usually to do surgery, you want to take your metal gloves off and put on some leather ones.
All right. Before we take the next step, Rain, have you decided which path to take?
As Adri's walking away, Miss Adria, you sure you want to be walking home at this time of the morning? Wouldn't you be a little more comfortable maybe if I flagged you down a carriage or something to take you and Victor home?
I'll look down at Victor. Like, do you want to wait for a carriage?
Kind of looks puzzled. Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Got a... He held up a magic missile. I could just magic missile him.
Okay, but it's still dangerous.
Yeah, the guards don't look too kindly on that.
Yeah, we'll wait for a carriage.
Yeah, I'll
Thank you.
try and track one down at this time of the morning.
Well, technically, you guys still have the carriage you unloaded the heads out of.
Oh, okay, that's a good point. Then I'll ask that gentleman to drop the kids off at Fairyland, and
I am 118. I'm not a kid.
Before you leave, can you get rid of this pumpkin spice smell?
There. It's gone.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna shout that out of the window. Can you get rid of that smell?
In chalk, L writes, "Thank the gods the smell's gone."
yeah,
I'm with
I'll
Can ghosts smell things? That's amazing.
I have to imagine pumpkin spice. Yes, I think ghosts can smell pumpkin spice. If not, we've now made that canon, and there you go. Yeah, I'll pay the carriage driver to drop them off, and then I'll go inside and I am going to sleep like the dead.
I
All
got a
right,
jar
sounds
for
good.
you.
Sounds good.
I am immediately going to work on these heads. I'm going to get 6 jars, and I'm going to use my alchemical kit to create a loose suspension for each of them. And
Alrighty.
then place each head into a jar.
I got a jar of heads. I got a jar of heads.
I got multiple jars of a single head.
The key to making a good neck broth is to let the skull soak in the brine for at
Oh,
least 48 hours.
God.
A slow broil. So that's the idea. I don't want to boil anything off. I want to leave them as they are, but just put them in a fluid suspension enough so that submerged, they'll kind of hold like they were in the same conditions as the water.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good.
So effectively, you want to pickle them?
I want to observe them before I start to go into work on them.
Okay.
The first thing I want to do is I want to arrange the heads in order of decomp. So the one that is most worn away, I want to put at the beginning of the timeline, and then I want to space them out based on what I could predispose, or what I would be able to intuit as their time in the water.
All right. I'm gonna need an intelligence or a medicine check for that.
Medicine. Uh, 18.
All right. It'll take you some time and a few hours to get these tests run all the way through and whatnot, but you're definitely picking up at least a year between each of the heads, and it just keeps dating back.
Okay.
Some of them are from the same, but it's not months, but it's years
Right.
or a year between.
They look like they were all severed from the same type of method.
They're all definitely decapitated with the blade. May not have been the same blade, but it was definitely a blade.
Okay.
Same style. With
Same angle.
same artist. Yeah.
Yeah.
The tool
So
might have varied, but it was definitely done the way the angle came through, the way the slice came through.
All the same species of skull or different species?
All definitely elven or half elven.
Okay.
So, because most of the skulls give off elven traits, and then
some of them are more subdued.
Yeah, 2 of them give off some human and elven.
Okay.
So, but as you're busy doing that, Rain's passed out. Adri on the wagon home.
What were you doing out this late?
What I do out late every night, Pinky.
What were you actually doing? Like, you should be asleep. You have to sleep for a ridiculous amount of time every night.
Oh, great. I'm going to give a speech about how elves are better than humans again. We're the trees and you're the flowers, and we have to take care of you, and you guys are the
I don't know what
sleep.
you're talking about. You're just a very weird-looking elf that unfortunately can't meditate properly. So you just sort of pass out
You
for a really long
meditate
time.
too much.
I only meditate for 4 hours.
I thought I was supposed to bring inner peace. You're never inner peaceful.
I know I'm not there, but was I imagining a game that we were going to get all the way through an entire PlayStation without being bragged about my fucking sleep habits? I thought we were going to make it the whole way, and sure enough.
You were wrong.
I only sleep for 4 hours because...
It's not even sleep.
I know,
really.
I don't even close my eyes.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's like, think of it like yoga, but like more aloof, Like
Mhm.
aloof yoga.
Yeah. Yes.
You waste all that time and just sleeping away. I can just sit here and
You
close
spend
my
a
eyes.
third of your life asleep.
Wow.
You're wasting that as a human.
Yeah, well, humans don't need all that time to learn normal stuff because humans just learn it at normal speeds. They don't need 3 times the lifespan or, more hours in the day. That's a cognitive deficiency you have that you're biologically making up for. Because you're not any smarter than any of the people who are a third your age.
So
Sure.
it just takes elves 3 times longer to learn things.
That's right.
That's logical.
We sleep a third of our life, and we still accomplish more in 70 years than you
Right.
can in your whole damn life.
That's weird.
So what are you doing up this late?
I'm holding up one finger.
I have to poop.
I have to take a pee. That is number 1.
If I hold up 2, I have to poop. If I
Nah.
have to hold up 3, we have an issue.
While I was out,
Yeah.
picking up supplies, running errands. Got to make money while I'm in school, don't I?
For Kavir?
Hey, he's one of my clients.
What do you... You're like 8.
Yet extremely more powerful.
Idri rolls her eyes. She's like, you shouldn't be... Like, the city can be very dangerous at night.
Says the girl that's coming from the docks.
How'd you know I was at the docks?
Boy, you smell like pumpkin spice.
Those bags were soaking wet and smelled of nasty salt water. What are you?
And pumpkin spice.
He looks at you. Sure, you give them the pumpkin spice, but I get the shit nugget.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
Your room just smells bad.
Yeah, it's okay. I haven't been in there since. But
He just moved to his other bedroom on the other wing of the house.
I'm using the guest room. Screw that. But seriously, what are you doing out this late?
Okay. Don't tell Dad I told you, but someone is killing elves in the docks, so I've been investigating it.
Oh, he's gonna kill you.
Don't tell Dad I told you!
It's her dad. He's doing it.
He's not.
He just said he'll kill you. You're an elf. It checks out.
There you go, case solved. Way to go, Barry Mason.
He's like, oh, dude, if Ludo finds out, he's gonna string you up.
Okay, but he's also going to find out that you're out at 3 in the morning running errands for people.
Boy, he took 2 peas right away. Boom, boom.
Alrighty.
So it's not safe. Like, you shouldn't be doing this. Also, why do you need money? We live in a mansion.
Yeah, but I don't want him knowing what I do with my slush fund.
What are you
Does
doing?
Dad
with
know
it?
everything you do?
Buying slushies. It's his slush fund.
That's what Victor thinks it means.
Does Dad know what you do all night long?
I'm doing. Like,
I think the question is, do you know what your dad does all night long?
He's
You've
a
had a
bard.
long history of Ludo shit. Nobody asked any questions about it but me.
Like, seriously. Like, he said you were riding on the carriage with the pirate the other night. You were out of the party
That was
over the
one
sea
time.
ward the other night.
Yeah, I can go to parties. I'm 118 years old.
People catch you in a wagon with one pirate, and all of a sudden,
This is like the Wilford Brimley teenager. I'm 118 years old.
You can't
Don't
tell
tell me
what
how to
do.
manage my diabetes. It's all that pumpkin spice.
So you guys reach the house. He's like, I'll see you inside. He misty steps.
So lame. I'm gonna thank the driver of the carriage, and then head inside.
He's like, good family you have there.
Thank you.
Oh, wow, this is awkward. I'm going back to the docks, not leaving.
He's like, rich people are weird.
You can just see him shaking his head as he's leaving. Like, yeah, nope, never leaving the docks. Nope, not leaving the docks.
We should remember that guy for the future. We should use him all the time.
We always get him.
Oh,
Yeah.
We're like,
his
all right,
name is Benny.
like, look,
we're-
this time it's not heads; it's the rest of the bodies.
Yeah.
All right, I'm naming him Benny.
Benny.
wagon
He'll
driver.
be a private driver. Driver for money. Transport what you want me to do. He'll be your Jason Statham. Statham for money.
All right, AJ's going to a room to get some rest.
And by rest, you mean you're just going to stand there and stare blankly at the wall for 4 hours.
Alrighty. So, morning comes. Javir's, I'm assuming, still working.
Yeah, I was up all night working.
Yeah.
I also did my potions, by the way, while I'm...
All right, give me rolls.
Yeah. Okay. 51.
All right.
35.
Damn. Sorry.
That's one?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have to change my sheet. I forgot to get rid of the other 3. So the 2 natural and the 1 bonus. Done.
10-4, 10-4. There's a knock at the door early in the morning.
Sound low on the door or high on the door?
About middle.
Okay. Come in.
Walks in. You recognize Kretz.
Who is it?
The Kretz is the God. I want to make sure I get the name of the group right. He's the one that you guys got off the hook. You've had Rainier.
Oh, the criminal. Right. How can I help you?
I'd like to thank you guys for getting me off. I'm alive.
You gotta reform yourself? Because otherwise we didn't really get you off. You're just treading water.
So you know what? I'm breathing a new, fresh piece of life. I'll give it a try.
How can I help?
I want to know why you did it.
Did what?
You got your high, mighty, rich friend to talk to the high powers of the city to knot my neck for assaulting a noble.
Well, I've seen enough killing. You gotta kill sometimes, and it's unfortunate. But look, just be better, yeah?
He nods. All right.
How can I help you stay out of trouble?
I don't know yet. Probably got to get out of town. I'm tattooed one way. And the Zin's probably, and the Black Network probably still has a mark on me for death, so...
Well, you're welcome to stay here until you're ready to leave.
Kind of looks at you oddly. Really?
Take the table in the corner if you need a place to rest.
Alright, I could use some sleep. I've been out all night celebrating.
Decapitating elves.
He pulls out a journal, starts writing down Adri.
His funny thing is, he's like, they don't sleep, right? They just stare for 4 hours. That's the perfect time to get them.
That we call that our twilight. Not dusk, but not dawn.
A person that goes to sleep lays down flat on the ground. It makes it difficult to get a blade behind their head. But sitting upright, so many possibilities of ways to slash at their throat.
A lot of practice, a lot of training.
It's almost
a lot of different cuts.
Almost a shame it takes them 3 times as long to learn things. Those stupid elves and their stupid sleep patterns. Susceptible to death and slow as shit that learn things. These dumb, learning disorder motherfuckers with their stupid pointy ears, and yet they can't see why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
With their pointy ears, they can't see.
Yeah, that's when they'll figure out what they're supposed to be using to see things with by the time they
Man.
turn 118 years old.
Wow. It's such a shame that your little speech on elf hate actually just comes out sounding like a bunch of fart noises when this episode releases.
I'm sorry, you're not here. You're not here. You're not here. You didn't even know I said that. Because you're way over at your house with your fucking pony parade or whatever the fuck you guys do for fun.
Your golden holes in the floor.
Yeah. You guys and your fucking poop teleporters and your fucking train like the Silver Spoons kid that takes you from one part of your house to the other part of your lame ass house. Your stupid fucking threefold omelets and your stupid fucking knitted scarves. Fuck you people.
That was really personal.
God damn, he pulled out a Silver Spoons reference. Holy shit.
Your fucking double knitted scarves that you whip around one time and then let hang long in the back because you think it's cool. You and your Yale professors and your fucking double malted scotches. Why don't you go poach an egg, bitch?
Oh
shit.
I'm sorry. I was laughing. Okay. So this is sort of a tie-in. It's to another thing. I cannot stop. I got to put my hat back on. I'm getting hair in my mouth. It's horrible. Okay. No, but I was saying, I was watching this thing yesterday about Bill Burr, the comedian, and they had a bunch of comedians. They were in Philly, right? Philly's traditionally a real shitty town for doing anything. There's bad people that live in Philly. Generally, not everyone. Okay, I have family up there, but most of them are scumbag fuck pieces of shit, right?
They threw batteries at Santa Claus.
They did at an Eagles game. It was so fucking horrible. They're just the city of brotherly fuck that place, right? Anyway, so they went out to do a comedy special, and some people started heckling, right? Well, a lot of the other comedians were kind of getting off stage just because they didn't want to deal with it. But Bill Burr goes out on stage and just shit talks these people for his full 15-minute set. It's one of the funniest fucking things you've ever heard.
So I remember that.
He's giving him a countdown. He's like, 11 minutes. I'm doing the whole fucking thing. He's like, I'm going to take a fucking glass beer mug and shatter on the back of your freckly shoulder blade.
And did nothing but rip the whole town of Philly and everything about Philly.
It was fearless. It was a fearless fucking 15-minute spiel where he just reams on these people about how they're a disappointment to their mother and they're fucking like. It was great, but I mean, it was brutal. Yeah, and I remember thinking like, I wonder, because that's always how I like that comedy that's like truth to power, and that like audience is the power in a comedy club, right? They have the ability to make your day or break your day, and like that is a fucking-tastic feeling. And I was just like, I want to do that. So as soon as I got the second to rant today, I wanted to. I really wanted to do it just to tap into that for a minute.
What was the guy's name?
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr.
It happened in Philadelphia, and I remember this right as rain.
It was at the
Virus Tour. It was an Opie and Anthony thing that they were doing, and they were going around and doing all of the. It was Bill Burr and Patrice O'Neill and Jim Norton and all of the sort of
Bob Saget,
New York,
Dom Irrera.
Bob Saget, yeah, it was like all the New York
Tracy
Philly
Morgan?
comics. Tracy Morgan was part of that too, and man, he fucking ripped.
Oh, it's so
he
good.
ripped Philadelphia a new asshole. It was great. I remember that. It was awesome.
It's fantastic. It's just one of those moments that like at the time everyone was saying when he got off stage, he was like, sorry guys, I know this is a fucking shit show. They're like, do you have no idea what happened? You were just up there doing your thing. He's like, the crowd hated you so much they almost came back around to liking you again. It was, you could hear people laughing in the audience, which is crazy because nobody was laughing before that. He worked that fucking crowd. It was fantastic. Anyway,
and got like a hero's welcome when he got off stage.
Comedians, he's a legend.
Yeah.
You gonna shit on Dom Irrera, like fucking one of the funniest dudes to ever live. You're a fucking scumbag. Anyway, But it was just fantastic. It was so good. There's the Jersey boy in me loves that shit. It just loves it. You know, I
David-
want to melt it down and spread it on toast. It's so fucking good.
David, did you get donuts? Because I've eaten donuts in the last 2 games that we played.
I have no idea what you're. Oh,
Rachel's drinking donuts now. She just melts them down.
Yeah. I had so much. I was so hungry earlier today, and I had so much pizza that I had to lay down for a while afterwards.
I had a thing of meatloaf that is in my stomach right now, forming into the worst shit you've ever seen. You remember, D-Walk, this joke will be just for you. Okay? Do you remember the Decepticon base, the underwater Decepticon base that looked like a robotic turd log? The one that would just go, "Yee." That's what this feels like. Decepticon turd log. You'll never find it.
damn!
I think Nate's looking for it right now. The Decepticon turd log.
I believe it's called the Nemesis.
Oh yeah, that's the audio. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to sidetrack the game, but I was just trying to goof off.
I want to see Nate's face when he sees the Nemesis from the cartoon G1 and realize it was what Deacon's talking about pushing out of his ass.
It's very long.
Ah, there it is! There it is!
Did you find it?
Oh yeah, dude, his face lit up like a kid on Christmas.
There's a big robotic turd underwater.
No, that's not what I'm finding though.
Oh,
I'm finding what looks like a submarine-looking ship.
Yep, like a really long tubular.
Yeah, but I don't see it. I was expecting to see it underwater. It's in space.
Oh, no.
Oh wait, no, wait. Here we go. No, I found it. Yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
yeah, one ship crashed in a volcano, the other crashed in the ocean.
Yeah, I see it. All right. So, Kretz takes one of the tables in the corner, like you said, and just kind of like passes out.
Okie doke.
And morning comes. Kavir's done his potions. He's done his thing. Rain, what do you do?
Sleep till 10 a.m. at least.
Lazy fucks.
We didn't get back in until like 4 in the morning. What the hell? I'm not an elf, okay? I need my damn sleep. I'm going to sleep as long as I can be allowed to sleep. When I do get up, one of the first things I will do is make sure that I pin a letter to the dockmaster, and have it fetch a courier to take it to him to make sure that Diedrich and Connor, I hold up my end of the bargain for what they did. I think after that, part of me is concerned about whether or not Miss Adri made it home, but I guess there's not really much I can do about that at this point. I might try and start reaching out to my contacts to see if are the docks the only place where this is occurring, or is that known, or
Is it the only place where headless bodies are showing up that you guys know of?
that we know of? Okay, then I would kind of start reaching
no
out.
No one's asked if it's happening in other districts or if anyone has actually. I mean, because even the docs hadn't put together yet the fact that it was only elves or elven descents that were getting targeted. They just, look, there's a dead body without a head.
Sure.
I guess someone's trying to hide who they killed.
I will definitely put out some contacts to some of the other aldermans in the districts and, people I know on the network, quote unquote, and just see if there is a string of decapitations going on across Waterdeep, or if this is just isolated to the docks.
All right, 10-4, 10-4. So, you send the letters out. A couple hours later, the letters will come back in. And none of the people you know of is, in the different districts are reporting headless, bodies being found. It seems just to be isolated to the docks.
To the docks. Okay. I guess while I while I wait for that missive to come back, I will go back downstairs and see what Kavir is up to. Find a body on the table.
Yeah. You come down, you find the glass jars all nice and set up. Kavir's doing what Kavir does, and there's a body in the corner on a table, snoring really loud.
Okay, I was about to say, is that a fresh one over there? But no, he's just sleeping one off apparently.
I got the freshest head. I have kind of gone in through the back and have tried to look to see if there's any sort of scar tissue underneath where the brain pan would be, and then up in the front where the eyes are, nose holes, mouth, see if anything was in the head that would have caused someone to sever it.
Okay. You don't find anything there really. The most of the damage is actually in the next stem to where the blade went through. There wasn't any real cause for the, in those areas. So,
did you sleep at all last night?
No.
Don't you think you oughta?
I'll get to it.
I mean, you're not an elf, so.
Boy, aren't I glad.
We do a little fist bump.
She's not here. She can't respond.
So what's who's on the slab over there?
Criminal boy.
Kretz?
Yeah, sure.
Well, why is he sleeping one off here?
Well, he's gonna get out of the game. So I told him if he needed a place to stay, he could stay here. I figured I'd keep an eye on him.
Oh, all right.
But I was gonna be up anyway.
So,
and if anything bad happened to him, that's the seventh head.
I just gotta let that one go.
Joking.
All right. So what have you found out here about our half dozen friends?
Well, they're all elven or half elven, so elvish descent. They're all severed by a blade across the same part of the vertebrae under the head. Looks like a pretty instantaneous death. Doesn't look like there's anything inside the head that would make it valuable, so I'm assuming these are racially motivated assaults. I don't know. It looks like maybe the same person had been killing them. They're about a year apart. Maybe it was some sort of sacrificial thing. The evidence doesn't really bear anything out yet. But these are what we know.
So you're telling me this has been going on for at least a year?
No, 7 years. 6 heads.
Oh, so each head is a year apart. I took that.
No, some of them are from the same years, but the age gap between the different year is a year.
Oh, okay. So
you're not finding anything smaller between gaps.
That's what I read. So about a year. That seems like an awful long time for this to have gone on without really being noticed until now.
Well, I don't know necessarily. Actually, I would know. I've worked here for a while. Is there like any type of prejudice against different races here in town?
Not really. Nothing outside the normal. I mean, half-orcs get a little look, tieflings get a look, drow get a look if there's actually any drow in town.
But not elves, right? Elves are generally...
Not normally, no. No. Elves are normally one of the more liked ones. It's normally elves that look down on the others.
What we do know, and I've said this before.
They like to make fun of humans for like not sleep, for sleeping and shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
They also play better instruments, from what I understand. There's Lichgate Band. Shameless plug.
Yeah. Just trying to fill in the gaps of what we have seen since we've been here. We know that there's a mind flayer, correct?
You have seen the mind flayer, yes.
We know that their mental abilities are pretty strong, correct?
Mm-hmm.
We know that mental abilities, things like sleep and charm, aren't as effective on elves, correct?
Yes.
So then we know that this person is targeting elves. So, what can we infer from this? Well, we can't say anything for certain, but it sure seems like of those two things, there is some linkage. A mentally powerful being that controls things, and the only people who are immune to it are dying, which could mean that there is an attempt to get rid of anyone who may be resistant to this type of thing. That's where my thinking is now, and until I can modify my theory. D-Walk, are you typing?
Possibly.
You're typing to Rachel. Okay, so what exactly are you typing to Rachel? I think it's fair for me to know.
All right.
Considering I'm part of this game as well.
I said the killings happen every summer. Let me check. Thanks. I think so, but I can't find it in my notes. No worries. I remember it was once a year.
Okay.
Verifying through the notes.
Okay. I thought you guys were shit talking.
We do that in Messenger.
That's every other line.
Anywho, but that's where my thinking is right now. I can't be certain if these two things are connected, but the last year, all of a sudden we're seeing a mind flare in the area. My suspicion was that there might have been some sort of mind control or something like that was going on, but elves are resistant. So I checked anyway, just inside the eye sockets, inside the nose and the mouth hole. Doesn't look like there was any aggressive entry or exit. So that's where we are now.
Okay. And I would say, as I get back, one of the things that Rain will add to the logical train here is that if they're killing elves, I mean, I certainly see the logical connection here. The issue is that if you're trying to get rid of elves live all across Waterdeep in every district there is. Why are they only targeting them at the docks?
There must be something that was going on in that area. Think about it like this, right? If you were something that could control someone's mind, right? If you were someone that could put everyone to sleep. Let's say you were moving something important through an area. You'd want to put everyone to sleep. Who wouldn't go to sleep? Right? So the areas with the highest concentration of these people might be the best place to start investigating to look for other clues. Maybe if we could start to profile when people are awake. That's what I was thinking with the homeless guy, right? I was thinking, was there any time where he would be awake where everyone else would have been asleep? And a person who's generally up at night as opposed to during the day, right? What if there was a moment where they were put to sleep, where they fell asleep for no reason? That would seem suspicious to them. A person who's normally up at night.
That makes sense. So effectively, either someone's trying to move something through the docks that they don't want people to see, and they're getting rid of those who they can't control, or alternatively, whatever they're trying to hide is within the docks, and they're just trying to get rid of anyone who might stumble across it.
Right. Anyone who would be impervious to their ability to manipulate them, or at least resistant to it.
So it seems like we need to certainly focus everything we've got on the docks for right now, and because all other intelligence would suggest that that's the only place this is occurring.
Makes sense. It seems like if we're going to look for something that is connecting these two, this is the thread, right? It might be wrong. It might be two completely isolated incidents. But right now, it sure seems like there might be some sort of connection. Talking about the same time period, roughly, right?
Right.
Talking about a large density of dead people in one area of a particular type of person. That type of person has a particular trait that also makes them resistant to the first. These, look, I can't be certain they're linked, but they have the feeling that they might be. We should look into it.
Well, like they say, if it whines like an elf and meditates like an elf.
They won't shut the fuck up about being an elf.
Oh, all right. Well, I got a question then. Maybe we I sent a note down to the dockmaster to take care of our debt with Diedrich and Connor this morning, but maybe it'd be worth taking a visit down and speak with him personally and see if he has any idea what's been moving in and out over the last couple of weeks, months. But if this goes all the way back to a year, if someone has been smuggling things through the docks that they don't want people to see, that's an awful long time to be moving stuff. That you would imagine that whatever it is, there's got to be a whole lot of it by now.
I sort of had a different idea.
Which is?
We go fishing again.
Oh, as long as I'm not the bait.
No, I had someone else in mind.
And who might that be?
Cut to Princess Kingdom.
So, after a long, luscious night in Princess Kingdom, Adri's meditation ends.
I am
The
so
sounds
close
of
to getting it to
chimes.
stick. I'm so close to getting Princess Kingdom to stick.
It's not. It's Castle Ward.
Oh, nobody even knew what it was until you corrected us. It's fading from our memory as we speak.
Oh, your meditation ends, and you come to consciousness of the real world.
I was already conscious
Deep within Princess
because I
Kingdom.
don't sleep, so I don't go unconscious.
She can't not
We
explain.
need to sell that as a ringtone.
God, all this elf-splaining is really getting tiring.
All right, Adri, what are you doing?
Well, after my meditation, so I'm just gonna, I don't know, freshen up and then go have some breakfast.
All right. As you head down for breakfast, your father's sitting at the table, strumming a lute, looks over.
Good morning.
Morning. You guys got in kind of late last night, the two of you.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
We were busy donating to orphans.
Victor still hasn't come out. I guess he's still asleep.
Yeah.
So you get to answer first.
Oh. About what?
What are the two of you doing out at night now? You know he has school.
Solid lie. I pause for effect.
We hung out at Trollskull for a little while.
A roll, DM. A roll.
Yes.
That
You're
was
not here.
so
Shut
slow.
You are not here. What is this?
I'm sorry, I was
deception?
meditating
Yes,
on
it's
how
deception.
much of the lie that sounded like.
That would
Sorry,
be a 7.
All right. He's like, so Trollskull for the night, huh? You guys hung out there?
We hung out there for a little while, yeah.
So nice of you two to be spending time together.
It is. It is.
Looking over at you. You want to try that one more time?
Okay, I was hanging out with my other friends, but then I found Victor at Trollskull, and then I brought him home.
All right. So you just found him by himself.
Yes.
All right, so you and your friends are out, which is normal since half the time you don't live here no more.
But half the time I do.
You don't even sleep here.
So
He looks up at you.
Okay, first of all,
We don't sleep. We
Sleep.
meditate for 4 hours.
I was here last night. I just came down from upstairs.
Yeah, I know. So,
Oh my god.
but if you didn't have to walk your brother home, would you come back? Or you hang out
'cause
with
it
your
was
pirate
late
friends
and
at
no
the
one's-
docks?
Okay, I took one carriage ride with the pirate. He was already in the carriage. I didn't even know he was there. First of all.
Just that Nirvana song. My girl, don't lie to me. Tell me, where did you sleep last night? In the manor, with the dude with the dead hands.
It was late, and I would have assumed that you would want me to just not cross the city late at night because it can be dangerous. So I was gonna stay at Trollskull. But then I found Victor and brought him home.
And all right, you're right. I would not want you to cross the city late at night by yourself,
Yeah.
much less alone. How old is he again? Like 12, 13? I can't. Human years are weird.
Yeah. I think
So.
he's 12.
You don't know how many years are years? You count it to 118. You can't count to 13.
I lost count after the 400. So
FYI, I think she should have to justify
You're
Square
not
the story.
here.
She said, I think that you would want me to stay there rather than travel across town, even though I clearly immediately after that traveled across town.
yeah.
You're not here.
You're right.
So
And good for you that I'm not.
yeah.
Young lady.
I don't
you
know.
will be
It's almost
grounded.
like you are here.
Yeah, you didn't
Young-
up with another broken window.
I throw a head through the window. Look at that. Evidence.
Victor comes down groggy, like looks over and sees you guys.
Good morning.
Morning. Sits down. Where's food? Luda's like, I ain't your maid. Gets up and walks away with this loot. Victor looks over at you.
I'm not one of your 7 maids.
Shittiest Dad of the Year award. Wow.
Well, this is only one
Like
of
the
them this
other
time.
room, Ludo just throws a muffin at the back of Victor's head.
So he's like, Victor grabs fruit out of the bowl on the table. He's like, hey, you're home.
Yeah, I stayed here. I live here.
You're living here? You're living here again?
I do live here.
I was trying to move your shit out of your room. I was going to take it over.
No, that's my room. I thought you were staying in the guest room.
Not if I get your shit out of your room first.
No,
He gets
you're
up and walks out.
Don't touch my stuff.
Too late.
Oh my god. I'm gonna pick up a piece of fruit from the bowl and throw it at the back of its head.
Is she
Give me a roll.
passive?
What is my...
She pulled a Miss Doubtfire.
Never mind about the...
All right. Dodges doesn't have to dodge the apple. You completely miss. Hit the wall, and all you hear from the other room, God damn it, Adri! Ludo.
How did he know it was me?
Victor wanted to miss.
Thanks for listening to Freelance Heroism Plays Dragon Heist. If you would like to support us, please check out our Patreon. We're at patreon.com/freelance_heroism. We have different things there. Character journals, art, bloopers, stuff like that.
Our cast includes me as Dr. Kavir the Raven, Rachel as Adri the Highborn Artificer, Nate as Rain Trichet, Dockside Officiant, and of course, D-Walk as Dr. Midnight, and everybody else in the game. Thanks for listening to Freelance Heroism Plays Dragon Heist, and we don't invoice in this group. We'll be back next week with more episodes, so stay tuned. I hate it. Okay, this might not make it into the intro.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but I'm just gonna rant for a minute because you've got me started now.
Oh no. Okay.
You set the match.
All right.
The adults always tell you like you should do something with that. You should do something with that art. They tell you that every day from the time you're like 5 years old to the time you turn 18, right?
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you turn 18, it changes from wow, you're so talented. You should do something with that to you need to let that art shit go and get a real job.
Oh.
Literally overnight. I remember when it happened the first time and I was like, fuck you. Because I thought,
Mm-hmm.
everybody wants me to do something with this, whatever the fuck that means. They don't know what they want me to do, but I should do something.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe ball it up and throw it in the trash is what they know.
No.
But that's the thing is that people hype up kids, and as soon as you're an adult, go fuck yourself. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, where's that? Get some carry through, please.
Right.
Like-
yeah. Where's the support?
Yeah. I mean, or just don't support them early.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I know this sounds grim, but you can't do the turn it off thing, right?
Right.
It's devastating. You can't
Yeah.
tell someone that this is your entire identity and then the next day tell them their identity is trash.
Right.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
Just be mean to them the whole time or be nice to them the whole time
but don't do an awkward pivot because society has a fetish for the year 18. I don't. It's weird to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, just I don't know. I mean, put that. It's not a positive thing for the intro. I get it's not funny, but it wasn't funny when it happened, and it's not going to be funny the next time it happens.
Right.
So if you have a kid who likes art, just start either being. If you don't think you can get in there for the long haul, just be a dick now. Just, you know what I'm saying? If you don't think you can do it forever, just start being a dick today.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Maybe think about
being how are you going to get them? How are you going to be mean to them this morning? That's something you should consider. Start early. Treat them like shit young. I don't know. Part of it's like if you treat them like shit, if you say that someone can never do something, there's a chance that some of those people will be like, fuck you, I'm going to do it because you can't, or you say I can't.
Yeah.
But if you're just or even be supportive the whole time, and then after you're like, hey man, I want you to do good things. You're but either one is fine. I'm not going to tell you how to, raise your kids or teach your students or whatever. I'm not going to tell you any of that stuff. That's on you. Just be consistent. That's important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I told you there's more of them. I told you there's more of these little things that stick.